Hey guys. Hey. How you guys doing this evening? It is time for us to get our learning on. Hey. Hey. All right. Okay, let's do this thing here. Um hmm. All right, we have 17 people in the chat and no one is saying anything. So I guess it's 17 haters in the chat, huh? Is that 17 haters? Let's get it going. Where the folks at? Oh, there it is. Hey Rena. Hey Kenya. Hey Michael. Hey Miami Days. Are you celebrating Mr. Miami Days? Was that your team that won the Super Bowl? You know that I think it was amazing to be the home team of the Super Bowl, to host the Super Bowl as well to win it. That was like off the chain, wasn't it? Off the chain. I'm doing well. So I didn't watch the Super Bowl yesterday, but when someone was telling me about it, I was like, oh, that is nice. That is pretty nice. Hey, lovable Leo. Hey, Lavelle. Um, I heard something happen in Louisiana this morning. Earlier, this guy, there was an Amber Alert on a 10-year-old, and they ended up finding the 10-year-old in the guy had her in the car. Oh God, thank God that those garbage men were there to find her, and God forbid you don't know what could have happened to that child. Um all right, Lobo Leo, Miss Ruby Johnson, Rhoda. Thank you, Rhoda, so much for being the first person to start off to kick off the birthday gifts. Hey Kimmy, hey Lavelle. It wasn't your team. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan, but since it's in Florida team, I was for Tampa Bay. Okay. All right. Okay. So congratulations to your team, as in the team in Florida. Congratulations. All right, guys, we need to go ahead on and continue. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was reading some messages. All right. Where is my reader at? Where's Miss Mitzvah? Where's Miss Mitzvah? She said she was going to read for me tonight if I went on later, right? So I'm here, ready to get this reading on. I don't want to be on all night because I have training in the morning, y'all. I've been training for the next 2 days. So tomorrow morning, you here. Okay, Miss. Let me put the link in. For the next 2 days, I'll be in training. Tomorrow I'll be in training all day from 9 to 5. So I will do a short live while I'm in training. I'll come on for the phone call, and then after that, once the phone call is over with, I will get off. I won't even I'll come in and probably tell you guys tonight what happened. Hopefully most of you guys will be online. That's why I gave you guys the number, because I knew I would be in training, and I may not come right away to give you the information from the call. But I will come on later on after 5 tomorrow evening to come and give you the 411 of what happened in the call, because I'll have training. Hopefully the call won't last more than 15 minutes. I'll do it on my break. You didn't send me your address for the mail. Oh, Tori, I'm sorry. Tori, I'll send you that in a minute. I forgot all about that. Hello, due process for Kales, Leonora, Lisa, Liddy, Mitzvah. I just put the link in. Did I put the link in? No, I did not. I was playing around. Okay, hold on, Mitzvah. Mitzvah, did you get the email? I sent you the email. Check your email. Lena, okay, I'm going to give you that information again in a minute. Just give me a moment as I get this Mitzvah inside this chat. Hey, Miss Margaret. Miss Margaret. And hey, Facebook family on the other side. Hey, you guys. How you guys doing over there? I know I always treat you guys like stepkids, but you're not my stepkids. You're my special children. Yes, you did. Okay. All right. Did you get, here's the link so you can, we love the way you read, and thank you so much for volunteering instead of being voluntold. You volunteered. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll get some people who are so zealous and want to help out. Okay, tomorrow, what time is the call? The call is going to be at 11:30, but I'm asking everybody to get on a little bit earlier. Those who wants to get on and to listen to the call. Remember, when you get on, you put in the code. They're going to ask who is on the line. Make sure you say you're a spectator. And then you put your phone straight on mute right afterwards, after you tell them who you are. Okay, you don't have to give your real name. You don't have to give a name. Just say you're a spectator. Okay. Hey, go my girl, Mitzvah. Hey, darling.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm on my laptop too. So what do I need to do?
Just
Okay, there we go. There, I stopped you on this one. Okay.
no,
So I can hear you on this.
I was laughing. Lavelle. Lavelle says, so Sylvia, LOL, Sylvia around here, special kids ride the bus with the little white top. Lavelle, stop. Okay, now let me give you guys the number for tomorrow's call. Lavelle, you are terrible. Teresa, you said, wow, hit the like buttons. Thank you, Michael. Have them to hit the like buttons. Thank you, guys. Hit those like buttons. Lavelle is crazy. You know that, yeah, right? You know, he's a nut. I am not calling y'all special like that. You're very, you guys are unique individual. You're just lovely people, you know? Not this special, like the short bud special. No, not them. Teresa said, wow. Lavelle, you need to stop. I never said that you guys was short but special. No. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get this. Let me get the okay, you guys are ready? Lisa, you ready for the number? Who else was Rena, you ready for the number? All right, we got 48 people in the chat. Must be somebody live. Now that all right, we oh God.
Let me get my other water too in case it's a lot of reading. Because I know you try to shoot me once, Sylvia. I know how you are.
All right, here we go. All right, Lisa, you ready, Rena? Okay, you ready? Okay, the phone number is 1-888-363-4734. The number again is 888-363-4734. And the access code is 9057625. And you hit a pound afterwards. Ready? The code is 9057625. That's the code. And when you call in, try to call in before the 11:30 time frame. When you call in, they're going to ask who's on the line. And you just say, I'm a spectator. And then you put yourself on mute. Okay. Let's not hear no background noise. No one should be talking to somebody while you're listening. And try to take notes just in case I may have questions for you guys, you know. Maybe just in case I may have to do a pop quiz. Okay. But that is the number for you guys. Okay. You guys okay? Okay, guys, you ready? Mitzvah has been gracious enough. It's 10:30 Central Time, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 Central Time, and I guess 12 o'clock. No, 9, 8 o'clock, 8:30. Pacific time. It's 8:30 Pacific, Central 10:30, and Eastern 11:30. Got it, guys? Any question before we start reading? Remember, guys, we're still praying for Robert. Tomorrow, I'm not too sure exactly what they're gonna discuss because the judge already gave him a denial. As I read this morning goes, guys, you might have to go back to this morning's live, and we discussed the judge denying it, and we talked about why the judge denied it. The main reason was because the judge didn't gave the ruling on the sequential jury 3 months ago. That was on October 8th, and they had until 14 days to object to it or provide some information to saying that that there was, something the judge did an error or whatever. And the judge said even if she was to approve it, they haven't given anything that would overturn any new arguments of that would overturn her decision. So therefore, there was no reason for them to approve it. Hey, Latanya. Hello, Tara. Tiara. Hey, Michael and Rhoda. Okay, you guys are ready? You ready for Michael? We're gonna read his indictment. And thank you so much to Misfa. Misfa, Miss, you okay, baby?
That's my new one now. You okay, baby?
You're gonna find a new one after this one, okay? You're gonna find a new one. Okay, guys, I'm going to share my screen for a second so you guys can see what I have here. Hold on a second. Hold on, wait a minute. We're gonna close some of these things out. Okay, we're gonna close this out. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm going to share my screen and we can go forward. Okay, here we go. Any question before I start? Any question before I start? Okay, here we go. We're gonna ready to start. Miss Fitz gonna read this for us. All right, here we go. Is this big enough? I'm gonna come out the screen. All right, Miss Fitz, you ready?
Okay, I'm gonna follow along on your screen so you can scroll down for me because I'm on my laptop so I can see it better.
You can see it better? You want to make it bigger? I can make it bigger.
No, that's good. This is good. This is perfect.
You sure?
Yeah, but can you just scroll down for me because I'm not gonna be able to scroll down on it.
Hold on. I gotta close these things up. I got so many stuff open right now. All right, let me make. Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so
let's start reading from this one, October.
Okay, so.
Oh no! Sorry. I opened up the wrong thing, guys. My bad. I'm supposed to be opening up Michael's. My bad. My bad. I still have the stuff from yesterday. I mean, from earlier up, and I opened up the wrong one. Sorry, people. Hold on. Hold on. My bad. Okay, here we go. There we are. I'm going to share the screen right now. We're going to share screen. We're going to go here. We're going to take this, and here we go. All right. Can you see that now?
Yes, I can see it really well.
Okay, guys. Here we go. Everybody, anybody have any questions? And here we go.
Okay. So with the Sylvette Reynoso?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So Sylvette Reynoso, being duly sworn, deposes and states that she is special agent with United States Department of Homeland Security investigations, duly appointed according to law and acting as such. On or about June 11th, 2020, within the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere, the defendant, Michael Williams, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally use intimidation and threaten and attempt to use intimidation, threaten and corruptly persuade another person, to wit, Jane Doe, an individual whose identity is known to the affiant, and engage in misleading conduct toward Jane Doe with intent to influence, delay, and prevent the testimony of Jane Doe in an official proceeding, to wit, United States versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, criminal docket number 19286 AMD.
Okay, here's my thing, y'all. Do you notice where they're coming from? He is in Florida, but why is the Eastern District of New York taking this case?
Mm-hmm.
The crime happened in Florida. Something that makes you go, Okay, sorry.
All right. So read the title 18 or just on or about?
Just on and about. Sorry.
Okay. On or about June 11, 2020, within the Southern District of Florida, the defendant, Michael Williams, together with others, did knowingly, intentionally, and maliciously damage and destroy by means of fire and an explosive a vehicle used in interstate and foreign commerce and in an activity used in interstate and foreign commerce. The source of your deponent's information and the grounds for her belief are as follows. Number one, I am a special agent with the United States Department of Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, and have been since 2008. I am currently assigned to HSI's New York field office, and more specifically to a squad that investigates human trafficking and alien smuggling matters. Previously, I was assigned to narcotics and counterproliferation squads. I am responsible for conducting and assisting in investigations into the activities of individuals and criminal groups responsible for sex and human trafficking and related offenses. In that capacity, I have participated in investigations involving the debriefing of sex trafficking and sex victims, review of telephone records, cell site location, and GPS data, review of money transfer records, surveillance, analysis of PIN register information, and the execution of search warrants, including the execution of search warrants on computers and other electronic media. As a result of my training and experience, I am familiar with the techniques and methods of operation used by individuals involved in criminal activity to conceal their activities from detection by law enforcement authorities.
Read the 1, 2.
Oh, 1. Because the purpose of this complaint is to set forth only those facts necessary to establish probable cause to arrest, I have not described all the relevant facts and circumstances of which I am aware.
Okay.
Number 2, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York and HSI's New York Field Office are investigating Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and others for their participation in a racketeering enterprise involving bribery, extortion, the production of child pornography, transportation of women and girls across state lines to engage in illegal sexual activity, including sexual contact with individuals who were too young to consent to such activity under state law, and failure to notify sexual partners of a sexually transmitted disease prior to engaging in sexual intercourse in violation of state law, and related substantive offenses, and for arranging for travel in interstate commerce with intent to promote, manage, establish, and carry on an extortion in violation of state law. Number 3, on June 20, 2019, a grand jury in the Eastern District of New York returned an indictment charging Kelly with racketeering involving predicate racketeering acts as to 5 different women and 4 Mann Act violations. See U.S. versus Robert Sylvester Kelly, criminal docket number 1926. On July 10, 2019, the grand jury returned a superseding indictment, which added a forfeiture allegation. On December 5th, 2019, the grand jury returned a second superseding indictment, adding an additional predicate act of bribery. On March 12th, 2020, the grand jury returned a third superseding indictment, the indictment against Kelly. Among the charges against Kelly in the indictment were offenses that carried a 10-year mandatory minimum sentence based on Kelly's sexual relationship with, okay, yeah,
Oh, sorry.
but with, where am I at now?
Jane Doe.
Okay, with Jane Doe, an individual whose identity is known to the affiant. Number 4, there is probable cause to believe that as of June 11, 2020, the defendant Michael Williams was aware of the federal investigation of Robert Kelly.
Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Oh Lord. Okay, just because he's aware of it, so they putting it. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. On or about December 20th, 2019, Williams accompanied an individual whose identity is known to the affiant as I-1 or Individual 1 to a voluntary interview with federal agents, including the affiant. Williams himself was not interviewed and did not attend the interview with I-1. Moreover, in May 2020, Williams, using a Google account associated with one of Williams' Gmail addresses, viewed one or more articles about the federal charges that Kelly is currently facing. Number 5, in or about January 2020, Jane Doe began cooperating with federal law enforcement. Several news outlets thereafter reported that Jane Doe was cooperating with federal law enforcement. Number 6, Jane Doe's father, the father, provided the law enforcement screenshots of text messages that he indicated were between the father and I-1. The text messages document a combative relationship between the
I-1
father.
would be what? Who? That
Who
would
is
be what?
I-1?
I would think it would be Cash Jones, right?
Oh. So how are they supposed to know these people? Oh, this is just, okay, they just give you the information. You don't really know who's who.
Okay. No, but look, this is what he said. They said here, I-1 was on December 20, 2019. William accompanied the individual who was identified as I-1 to a voluntary interview with the agent, which, you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, so, okay.
Okay. They might as well just give names.
You might as well. We know who it is. We could figure it out ourselves.
Right. I mean, you can figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. The text messages document a combative relationship between the father and I-1, and in several of the messages, they accuse the other of slandering him or her. The screenshots also include a text message purportedly from I-1 that warns the father.
Okay. Sound like a relationship issue to me.
Sounds like one to me too.
Yeah, they had going back and forth with text warning the father. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so is this the father or the woman?
The woman warned. It says the text message is purportedly from I-1. So I-1 is threatening, is warning the father.
Okay, so let me read this. Okay.
Cash Jones is warning the father. Okay.
Okay. It might be wise for you to protect your daughter from heartache. She's gonna endure through this and after. She had to live with every stain you guys create publicly, getting angry and lashing out on live, making threats, or having her drop videos, taking jobs honestly doesn't look good. It just it's just igniting an ignorant fight that should have never started to begin with. I know you don't care, but even media personalities and production who were rooting for Jane Doe are starting to say they view her different based on her actions and words. So even in the event of the truth you say is coming, being exposed, it still won't have anything to do with how they view your daughter. Y'all might want to think about that because right now you got her out here looking crazy, honestly.
Mm.
That was pretty. Based on the participation in this investigation, I know that Jane Doe has maintained a presence on social media, including on Instagram Live and by posting videos on social media, in which she publicly has discussed how Kelly physically and mentally abused her during their relationship. But she shouldn't be talking, right?
Go ahead. Let's just continue.
Interesting. Okay. Number 7. On June 11, 2020, at approximately 2:50 a.m., these odd times.
I know some booty call times.
It definitely
Every
is.
time.
What? 3:16, 2:50 a.m. Jeez. Let me read again. These times be killing me. Okay. Number 7. On June 11, 2020, at approximately 2:50 a.m. Eastern Time, a black SUV, the vehicle, which had been leased from Enterprise Rent-A-Car Enterprise, a commercial vehicle rental establishment, and which was parked outside of the residence in Florida where Jane Doe was staying. The residence was set on fire in an apparent arson. The vehicle sustained substantial damage as the result of the arson. Inside of the residence at the time of the arson were 4 adults and 2 minors. One of the adults reported to law enforcement in part and in substance that upon hearing an explosion, she or he ran outside of the residence and saw an individual fleeing from the scene of the fire, whose arm appeared to be lit on fire. Oh, Lord. Fire investigators also determined that an accelerant was present along some or all of the outside perimeter of the residence. Number 8. A surveillance camera positioned at the residence along the street, immediately parallel to the residence, showed a vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed at approximately 2:53 a.m. While the footage is grainy, a detective with the New York City Auto Crime Division advised that the vehicle in the footage is consistent with a GMC Yukon.
Yeah, but the hell question. Why a New York City person coming down to do this? What happened to they don't have any in Florida?
So there was no Florida investigators?
No in Florida agents? Okay, go ahead.
That looks like a setup right there. Like, how do you not have any Florida law looking into this case?
I'm still trying to figure out why New York is the one doing this. I'm still trying to figure this out. If it's not all part of this whole shenanigan of a setup,
it's got to be a part of it. Why are they the first to look into this? How come Florida law enforcement didn't look into it?
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Fascinating. Number 9. The SUV was rented in Florida by the father of Jane Doe from Enterprise. What? The SUV was rented in Florida by the father of Jane Doe from Enterprise, a business that operates in interstate commerce and whose headquarters is located outside of Florida and New York. 10. On June 15, 2020, the Honorable Raymond E. Reyes Jr., United States Magistrate Judge for the Eastern District of New York, authorized a search warrant to Google for users who had conducted a search of the address of the residence close in time to the arson. Among the individuals who searched the address was an individual using IP addresses.
Don't read all that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not reading all that. And the IP addresses. On June 10, 2020 at 10:29 p.m. Eastern Time, June 11, 2020 at 12:59 Eastern Time, and June 11, 2020 at 1:04 a.m. Eastern Time. The arson took place at approximately 2:50 a.m. Eastern Time on June 11, 2020. Verizon Wireless records show that the IP addresses at those particular times belonged to telephone number known to the affiant with a 786 area code and ending in 8432. The 8432 telephone, which is subscribed to by Michael Williams at an address in the Valdosta, Georgia, the Valdosta residence. Google records showed that the individual who conducted the search of the address of the residence used Google account ID, blah, 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 which listed Michael Williams as the name of the user of the account. Email address as an email address for the account, and the 8432 telephone as the recovery SMS. According to Google records, the email address, Gmail account, was created on May 27, 2020. Number 11, the defendant, Michael Williams, is a family member of Individual 1. Individual 1 once served as a publicist for Kelly.
Lies, lies, lies. She was never a publicist. Go ahead.
Spin tactic.
Lies.
Number 12.
I want to see the paycheck she received from R. Kelly if she was a publicist.
Lies. That book. Number 12. On June 11, 2020, the Honorable, Rowan? Is that what it is? It Rowan? I guess the Honorable Rowan L. Mann, United States Magistrate Judge for the Eastern District of New York, authorized a search warrant on various telephone companies that operated cell towers serving the residents. The results of, Michael, you want me to read the date of birth?
Yeah.
Ooh, he a Pisces, Cynthia. He's a Pisces, Sylvia. Can you believe it?
He's a Pisces in the house. Okay, but we not bad people, but go ahead.
That search warrant showed that among the telephone numbers that were served by those cell towers on June 11, 2020, between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. was the 8432 telephone.
But you notice that they had to go and put in the cell information too, the cell tower information, because anybody could search Google. It's just right. That you see somebody doing a crime, you have to put the person at the scene of the crime, and that's why they started using the cell towers of those the phone records. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So number 13, on July 3rd, 2020, the Honorable James Orenstein, United States Magistrate Judge for the Eastern District of New York, authorized a search warrant on Verizon Wireless for historical location information associated with the 8432 telephone. Verizon Wireless records show that the 8432 telephone traveled from the vicinity of Valdosta, Georgia, where the defendant Michael Williams resides, and where the 8432 telephone was on June 10, 2020 at 7:40 p.m. to the vicinity of Kissimmee, Florida, where the residence is located, to the vicinity of Lake City, Florida, where the 8432 telephone was on June 11, 2020 at 5:31 a.m. And finally back to the vicinity of Valdosta, Georgia, where the 8432 telephone was on June 11, 2020 at 2:09 p.m.
Okay.
14. As detailed in this paragraph, there is probable cause to believe that the defendant, Michael Williams, was a second telephone number known to the affiant with a 229 area code and ending in 8231, the 8321 telephone, in addition to the 8432 telephone and a second email address, in addition to the Gmail address. Specifically, in or about 2015, the defendant Michael Williams submitted an application for a United States passport on which he listed his email address as Gmail address. Google records indicate that the 8231 telephone is listed as the recovery telephone number for the Gmail address email account. The 8231 telephone is also subscribed to by Michael Williams. Moreover, a review of telephone records for the 8231 telephone shows regular communications between a telephone known to be used by I-1 and the 8231 telephone, including on June 11, 2020 at 12:44 a.m., approximately 2 hours and 6 minutes before the above described arson, when I-1 placed a telephone call to the 8231 telephone, and the call lasted approximately 193 seconds. Number 15, a 2003 GMC Yukon with Georgia license plate XMC 789, the vehicle identification number, blah, 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 is registered to another individual 2, at the Valdosta residence. Law enforcement agents have conducted physical surveillance in the vicinity of the Valdosta residence and have observed a white GMC Yukon, the Williams GMC Yukon, with no front license plate in the driveway next to the Valdosta residence as recently as August 3rd, 2020. Law enforcement agents were unable to view the back of the Williams GMC Yukon to observe the back license plate, but took photographs of the Williams GMC Yukon that depict distinct damage to the front and side of the Williams GMC Yukon. Records from the Florida Department of Transportation, which include photographs, indicate that 1, at approximately 1:09 a.m. Eastern Time on June 11, 2020, approximately an hour and 41 minutes before the arson described above, a GMC Yukon with no front license plate and with the same distinct damage to the front and side as the Williams GMC Yukon traveled southbound through the Leesburg Toll Plaza north exit ramp for US 27 on the Florida Turnpike. 2, at approximately, where am I at? At approximately 3:34 a.m. Eastern Time on June 11th, approximately 44 minutes after the arson described above, a GMC Yukon with no front license plate and with the same distinct damage to the front and the side as the Williams GMC Yukon traveled northbound through the Western Beltway mainline toll plaza on the Florida Turnpike. And 3, at approximately 4:06 a.m. Eastern Time on June 11, 2020, approximately 1 hour and 16 minutes after the arson described above, a GMC Yukon with no front license plate and with the same distinct damage to the front and side as the Williams GMC Yukon traveled northbound through the Leesburg mainline toll plaza on the Florida Turnpike. Notably, the GMC Yukon that traveled through the tolls at approximately 1:09 a.m., 3:34 a.m., and 4:06 a.m. also appears to have had no visible rear license plate at the time, based on 1, a review of photographs of the rear of the vehicle as it traveled through the tolls, and 2, fact that records indicate that the vehicle did not pay the tolls and was thus designated as a violator. Of course, significantly, a license plate reader in Georgia captured the Williams GMC Yukon in Hira, is that how you say it? Hira, Georgia? Hahira, Georgia, on June 10, 2020, 7:25 p.m. Eastern Time, with its rear license plate clearly visible, strongly suggesting that Williams removed the rear license plate before he traveled to the residence in an attempt to avoid detection by law enforcement, and still was detected. According to Google Maps, depending on the route taken, the Leesburg toll plazas are approximately 60.6 and 72.5 miles from the residence where the arson occurred. The Western Beltway mainline toll plaza is approximately 26.8 and 31.4 miles from the residence where the arson occurred. Number 16. The photograph of the front of the GMC Yukon that traveled through the Leesburg Main Line toll plaza at approximately 4:06 a.m. shows what appears to be a male individual in the driver's seat. 17. On July 29, 2020, the Honorable Robert M. Levy authorized a search warrant of the Google accounts associated with Mike Gmail account and MW Gmail account, both of which, as described above, appear to be used and controlled by the defendant Michael Williams. Execution of the search warrant on the Google accounts revealed the following. A. Williams used the Mike Gmail account and the MW Gmail accounts, searched the address of the residence on multiple occasions, with the first search on April 10, 2020, and the most recent on June 15, 2020, 4 days after the date of the arson. B. On April 14, 2020, Williams used the Mike Gmail account, conducted a search for "Can you drive in Florida without tags as long as you have insurance on your car?" C. On April 17, 2020, Williams, using the Mike Gmail account, conducted a search for "Where can I buy a 50-cent custom machine gun?" Oh my gosh. D. In May 2020, Williams, using the Mike Gmail account, viewed multiple YouTube videos about Jane Doe. E. On May 23rd and May 25th, 2020, Williams, using the Mike Will Gmail account, visited several websites about female individuals who had made allegations against Kelly. He also searched Surviving R. Kelly News and R. Kelly News. F. On June 7, 2020 and June 9, 2020, Williams, using the Mike Gmail account, conducted a search for countries that don't have extradition with the United States. G. On June 21st, 2020, Williams, using the Mike Will Gmail account, conducted a search for fertilizer and diesel fuel and subsequently visited websites titled "How do fertilizer bombs work?" "Detonation properties of mixtures of ammonium nitrate based fertilizers and fuels," and why fertilizer can be an explosive mixture. On June 28, 2020, Williams used the Mike Gmail account, conducted a search for witness intimidation and case law for tampering with a witness, and visited websites laying out the statutory language and penalties of Title 18 U.S. blah, 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 blah. On June 9, 2020, Williams, using the Mike Gmail account, visited websites that contain the statutory language for Title 18, blah, 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 blah. Transportation of minors, coercion and enticement, promoter or facilitation of prostitution, and racketeering. Based on my participation in this investigation, there is probable cause to believe that Williams was attempting to review each of the statutes in which Kelly is currently charged. Oh, Sylvia, this wasn't bad tonight. 18. Because public filing of this document could result in a risk of flight by the defendant, as well as jeopardize the government's investigation, your deponent respectfully requests that the complaint and arrest warrant be filed under seal. Wherefore, your deponent respectfully requests that the defendant, Michael Williams, be dealt with according to law.
Woo! Thank you. That wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. Thank goodness.
That wasn't that bad.
Because last time I had to drink like 3 bottles of water.
Look, I had my water ready too.
I was like, let me get my water out because I don't know what Sylvia's going to get for me to read.
No. The last one we're going to do next time is going to be a longer one. So just be prepared for that one.
Let's get 2 readers. Who wants to volunteer to read along with me?
No! See, you sound so like, you have that voice of the, when kids are little, be like, can you read some more? Can you read some more, please? Elizabeth said, thank you. But,
no problem.
Guys, to me, I think they're missing a couple of emails and phone conversation with the dad and Cash.
Kapow.
There's something missing in between, y'all. That they're so like zealous to try to put it on Robert that they're missing a big piece. The relationship between the two. The
But they
relationship.
don't prove that they knew each other either. Like they don't prove that Williams even knows him.
Yeah. Due process for Kells. That's an interesting question.
What did she say? What did they say?
That's why Cash not in jail.
Great question.
That's a very good question because I don't know. I don't know. That's a very good question because to me, no offense, Cash. I know you're probably looking in the group here, but you and Angela was having this little spat. How did your cousin get involved in this? How?
Was he defending you?
And my question is, why is it that, it seems like it was, I don't know, it's kind of a setup to me. To me, it sounds like a kind of a setup. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's confusing.
And why would you do research on like extradition laws and RICO and all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
pertaining to the case, but you don't know this person and your cousin barely knows this person? Like, why would you do stuff like research like that?
It's strange if it's not setting them up. I don't know. It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange to me. It's kind of strange. You go get bombed, go try to figure out how to blow up somebody's car. Then you're gonna find out what the law is for leaving the country if they have an extradition law for the country to coming back to U.S. You go get a passport. This is kind of weird.
And doesn't he have a criminal background?
Yeah, this is kind of weird, y'all. What did Shannon say? Shannon say ain't that much love for your cousin. She should. Oh, Nova says she should be locked up as well. Oh, it's strange, y'all. It's strange. It's strange. Something is in the milk. The milk smells sour.
100%.
Something's not right. It's weird.
Because it doesn't make sense for you to
private eye investigator thing on her thing. Look at it. Look at this.
Exactly, Rita. Exactly. I'm like, this is strange. Like,
This is strange.
Were you defending your cousin? Like, what were you doing, dude? Like, what are you doing?
Okay, my question is, and I know it's very all this seems very suspect. Mr. Kelly is locked up. His communication are monitored and limited. Yeah, Kelly is locked up. He had no parts in this. But then, Don, for some strange reason, they try to put it as if he's part of it. And then, why is it the New York judges and stuff is involved? I don't get it. Why did it go to New York in the first place when most of the crime is not in New York? Why is New York taking it over?
And they don't have any law enforcement from Florida, like none. But it happened there.
Y'all don't know the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. It makes that obstruction and intimidating witness seems real. Yeah.
And didn't it seem like a threat in that text message to you?
Huh?
Didn't it seem like a threat in that text message to you?
No.
That she sent to him.
She didn't seem like a threat to me. It seemed like Angela was threatening Cash, and she said it was on the bloggers live. Yeah, and why they're not talking about the threats he did on that? Why they're not doing that? When he told her to get off the line and all that, why they're not looking at those kind of stuff? The videos that happened whenever she got on someone else's live. Nova said you did great reading, great reader.
Thank you, Nova.
In other words, Nova likes you reading. Thank you, Nova.
See, y'all all like me reading because y'all are not reading. But it's a lot of reading, and y'all don't understand. Sylvia has me read everything. Pages and pages of stuff.
Yeah, the lawyer do
Read.
needs
I like to read.
there's some more. Remember when she did the interview and they asked why she took the tape that the old man found? Which one, Vicky? Because that does plan into the Martha. Huh? Martha's they are the victim. Oh, I don't understand that statement. About Angelo and her bad affair. Oh yeah, accountability, please. Where's the phone records? Rachel? Where's the phone records? ACJC and MW.
And
Right.
why don't they have documentation of the relationship that they had from when their relationship started?
It started since the night of the what do you call it? The what do you call that place? The when they had the screening in December 2018. They started
So that's like probably what's that like a 2 year relationship?
a little bit longer, I would say. Yeah, about 2 years. Yeah, yeah, about two
Where's
years.
that documentation?
She taped the conversation. It was on YouTube. Okay. Relationship gone bad between Angelo and Cash. I agree, Dom. Man who found the video in the old box of tape. Vicky, he says they asked her why did she turn the tape to New York and she laughed. Oh, you talking about Gloria, right? Lifetime, you, yep. Guys, this is like really, really, really weird. Tell me if it's not some folks part of this shenanigan. And they got
Especially the three, all of them. I think especially the three different, like the three separate stuff happening, like that happened recently. I definitely think that's a setup, like for all this.
to for solidify him not getting the bail. So they go and get these people. Okay, he's been in jail since July 2019, right? And all this stuff
Mhm.
happened in 2020, right? How are you gonna put that as part of he did this?
And like they've already determined, like he doesn't know them, he doesn't have any communication with them. So why are you calling him an associate, a pal, a friend, a protege? Like why are you giving them all these terms and there's no association?
And how come you calling this woman a publicist for Robert? I have never seen her talk in the public for him. I have never seen her representing him any kind of way. Have you guys?
No, she just said she like met him to like apologize or something like that. She's never said she was a publicist or any kind of representative for him.
But they putting her as a publicist is what the paperwork said. And I don't see. Do they have documents of paychecks coming from him paying her to be a publicist? They're gonna have to prove that to me. They would have to prove that. That's one thing that the attorney needs to look at. I've seen her once in public with Rob, Sylvia. Um, Dom, seeing a person once and with him on public does not make them a publicist. Did he talk to her? Did she represent him? Did she talk for him as a publicist like the Don John the Daryl Johnson did? I have never seen her do an interview for him talking on his behalf. Have you? That's what publicists do. They represent you. Exactly. No proof that she was a publicist. I mean, is there a paycheck? Do they have any paycheck? And when the discovery stuff I've seen, I haven't seen anything showing that she got paycheck from them, that their paycheck. Rena said, I've never seen or heard her do anything for Rob in public. Neither have I. So, Donna, where have you seen it? She was in an interview with him, but never talked on his behalf. What interview was that? What interview was she with Rob? What interview was that? It was at Hung Arena. There was an interview. He's singing and interviewing. Which interview is that, Dom? Which interview was that? They're probably going to try to use the recording Larry got when she told tell she was trying to set him. Oh, you talking about that recording? But that was a recording that Rob did. Rob had that recording on her. The old box tape. So how do the box of tape is the attic who lived there prior? I said it was in the basement. It was in the attic. How long has this guy lived there, and who was previous owner? She was standing behind Rob. When was that? Are you mixing her up with Cash Howard? Because there's a Cash Howard and there's a Cash Jones. I've never seen Cash Jones with Robert. Robert always spoke himself and spoke until she tied a lot. She was tied to a lot of stuff. Don't think about it. The book, yeah, the book, yeah, definitely. Do you have that video of when you seen her talking on Rob's behalf? I've never seen her. Never. I've seen Cash Howard. Okay, dumb. It was Cash Howard. She's the stylist. Cash Howard is the stylist. That's why her butt first dog feds. That was the previous owner relationship in so-called victim who received mail at that address. Forensic guy is related to small groups. Cash Howard address Rob. Yes. Yep. Now I've seen Cash Howard standing behind Rob. Never have I seen Cash Jones with Rob, other than, since this whole thing happened, and I've heard her on the recording. I've heard on different people's platforms. Any other questions? So many unanswered questions. Yes, they are. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Definitely. Stuff is too vague. Nothing's really clear. Like they think they're making specific motions. Oh, what are these? Oh, indictments, right? What are these that I'm reading?
There were complaints at first. Now they're indictments.
Like none of these indictments are specific to anything, and it's just so much. It's just very vague. Like it doesn't explain everything.
It's very vague.
You can tell they're missing information, but it's information I guess that benefits him.
Yep. Oh, check this out. So this is so sad that everyone sees how Robert was stripped from everything, and I mean everything. Now his life is so heartbroken. His heart is broke. Praying R. Kelly gets free. Amen. How many damn crimes do you to remember? Cash stated she was never his publicist. True. The postal search is a good start. Also interviewing neighbors who visited that home. Yeah, forensic. Yeah. And how convenient, right? Around the time he gets arrested, you find this tape. That's kind of weird to me. You didn't find it years ago. You just happened to find it right around the time he gets arrested. And you got the right tape. Okay. But you were some basketball games. Okay. All right. But anyway, guys, I am about to get off this line. I thank Miss Fa for her due diligence in reading. Guys, I'm gonna have to get off. I just wanted to do this reading the indictments, and we will discuss the next one tomorrow. Lastly, did they take fingerprints of the box and the forensics guy, tech guy, but anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow because tomorrow I have training in the morning, so I have to be fresh and ready, so my mind will be clear. Those who are going to be in a call, I hope you guys get a chance to listen in. Thank you, Miss Bud. Thank you, everyone in this chat. All 114 of you guys. I know some people dropped off already. I know you guys probably want me to stay on, but I'm not. I got work to do. I got to get to bed. But anyway,
you're welcome, everyone.
It's been real. Don't forget to share these videos. Put the hashtag I need some more subscribers. Get them on here. Randa is going to be on in 30 minutes. Uh-oh. All right, Randa. Where's Cash Jones now? I don't know, Michael. I don't know. Lastly, who is the man that allegedly finds a box of tape? Who does he know? He knows Sparkles. That's what I've heard. Randa Baby's going live in 30 minutes. That's what they're saying, guys. But anyway, it's been real, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Forensic Guy. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Digging. Thank you, Nova. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. Right in early. Who's gonna be on the call tomorrow? Just give me a one if you're gonna try to make the call tomorrow. Who's gonna try to make the call tomorrow?
I'll try, but we'll see because it depends on what time I end up going to work.
Anybody needs the number again? I'm gonna give it one more time. Okay, Elizabeth's gonna be in a call. Okay, yeah, guys. Try to take notes too. Those who's gonna be in the call, try to take some notes. All right, here's the number again. Michael, are you gonna try to take the call, be on the call? What about you, Forensics Guy? I know you're a busy man, but are you gonna try to be on the call tomorrow? Are you guys going to be trying? Okay, good. It's quite a few, guys. So I should hear about 30 people on the call, right? And stuff. All right, here we go. Let's do this. You guys, one more time. Here's the number. You ready? The number is... Hold on. Okay, you ready? You ready? You always take notes? Okay, Michael. You ready for the phone number, everybody? Ready? It's 1-888-363-4734. Phone number again is 888-363-4734. And the access code is 9057625. Access code again is 9057625. You hit a pound behind it. Now remember what I said. When you call in, there's most likely Miss Green is going to ask who is on the call. And all you have to do is say, I'm a spectator. And once you say you're a spectator, you put yourself back on mute. Okay? You mute your phone. Mute your phone. Do not go talking on the phone and start making noise in the background. Don't do that. Mute the phone right after you say, I am a spectator. Only if she asks you, okay? So, you guys do me that favor. Get on that call tomorrow, those who can, and take notes because I probably won't be. I'll be on the call, but I won't go on live until tomorrow evening because I have training from 9 to 5 tomorrow. I'm going to slip and do the call because my break, I think my lunch break is at 11 o'clock, so 11:30. So I'll be on the call with you guys. All right. Yes, Michael, it'll be 8:30 Pacific time for you. Okay, it's 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 10:30 Central, and 8:30 a.m. Pacific. Dom, I would think you would get on there. Okay. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Oh, we got to say our prayer. Our prayer for Robert. Let's do the prayer, guys. I forgot about the prayer. Let's do our prayer. Ready, guys? All right, let's do this. Okay. Clear minds. Open your heart. Okay. Oh God, who declares Robert innocent? Take away Robert Sylvester Kelly's distress. Have mercy on Robert and hear Robert's prayer. Lord, you know the hope of the hopeless. Surely you will listen to their cries and comfort them. You will you will bring justice to the orphan and the oppressed, so people can no longer terrify them. I trust in the Lord for protection. O Lord, hear Robert Sylvester Kelly's plea for justice. Listen to Robert's cry for help. Pay attention to Robert Sylvester Kelly's prayer, for it comes from an honest heart. Declare Robert innocent, for you know those who do right. Wake up, rise to Robert Sylvester Kelly's defense. Take up Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. God, declare Robert not guilty. O Lord, for you give justice. O God, take up Robert Sylvester Kelly's cause. Remember defend Robert against the ungodly people. Rescue Robert from these unjust liars. You will restore Robert to even greater honor and comfort him once again. The Lord gives righteousness and justice to all who are treated unfairly. The humble will be filled with fresh joy from the Lord, and those who are poor will rejoice in the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. Those who intimidate and harass will be gone, and those who plot evil will vanish. Those who make innocent guilty by their false testimony will disappear, and those who use trickery to pervert justice and tell lies to tear down the innocent will be no more. You will bring full justice to all who have been done wrong. Father, you will not stop until truth and righteousness prevail. Lord, you said you will give treasures hidden in the darkness, secret riches. For Lord, you will fight those who fight Robert, and you will save his children. And everyone who tells lies in court will be brought to justice. Lord, you have spoken. For you, Lord, love justice and hate robbery and wrongdoing. You will give Robert back his health and heal his wound. Lord, you are Robert's lawyer. Plead Robert Sylvester Kelly's case. For you have redeemed Robert's life. You have seen the wrong they have done. Lord, be Robert Sylvester Kelly's judge and prove Robert right. Lord, you will never let the guilty go unpunished. I pray for the judges, the jury, attorney, defendants, respondents. And your spirit will rest upon Robert, your spirit of wisdom, understanding, your spirit of counsel and might, spirit of knowledge and the fear of the Lord. Robert will delight in obeying you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen, amen, and amen. You guys have a good and wonderful night. I will chat with you guys tomorrow. And Mitzvah, thank you again, darling. Thank you so much. I am
No
close.
problem.
All right, guys. Love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Night.